you the sauce when you on my line. Late night trying to cuff, I just wanna get them to slide. Capture all these moments, I'm so haunted. So many nights alone, focus like witches.
Wait a minute.
I just finished watching a 49-minute video of a young lady and her boyfriend conduct an interview surrounding the disappearance of her son. And within the interview, they are both being questioned by a number of people about exactly the whereabouts, what happened, who picked this child up, who did this and who did that. During the entire interview, the young lady seemed like she just was very fluent and very responsive to all of the questions. She didn't give you any type of indication that she was being deceptive. Mind you, they're side by side. Her here, the boyfriend there. During the interaction, the gentleman could not look at the camera. He could barely stand there. He could barely give you any impression that he was confident in anything that he said. I watched this thing in its entirety. And if you look at body language, if you're good at studying people's demeanor and posture, he was very uncomfortable. You could tell that he was troubled. The reason why I'm here, I'm just really giving my feedback on it, because ultimately he ended up being charged with the death of her child, and he is currently supposed to be possible for parole soon. Well, not soon, but he can get out by 2040. And what they found was that they're basing evidence around the idea that this was an accident, but it was still murder. This child is no longer here because of something that he did or didn't do. Here's my take. There's no way in the world that you are going to convince me that you did everything within your power to save this child, and in a panic, instead of calling 911 or calling the police, your idea was to fabricate a story about what happened and then blame some fictional character for something that they had nothing to do with. You had this woman up here thinking that somebody has kidnapped or took her son from her, when the whole time the monster that was really under her roof was the person that she was laying next to the whole time. This child is no longer here, and you should not be able to return to this part of life. But I guess that's where it gets tricky. Who are we to judge? Who are we to say if this man is redeemable or not? Only God knows if this was an accident or if this was done on purpose. The whole time I'm watching her talk and how she's just so convinced that she had a protector and a provider and a leader. he was the only person that she should have been worried about the entire time. And now she doesn't have her son anymore. And I can only imagine how this would rotten or destroy someone's psychological well-being after you realize that the person that you was laying down with is the monster, the real one. Oh, this goes so much deeper. So much deeper. This is about picking better, who you're dating, who you're giving your body to, who you're opening your legs to, who you're emotionally getting attached to, who you're trusting. This is way more layered than just this. This is just the unfortunate byproduct of poor decision making. Because if this woman had any sense, this would not have been the archetype of man that she would be laying down with every night. You put your son at risk for a guy that wasn't worth shit. You put your son's life at risk for a dude who did not have any reason to have access in the ways that he did. You thought this was the perfect guy. You thought this was someone that you could settle with. My heart and my condolences to her and her family. But come on, man. This should not have happened. This should not have happened. I don't know if it's just we want to see the good in the worst, or is it just our body is so much more in control over us than anything else that we just say fuck everything and we just go off and do what we want to do, not really thinking about what can come from having certain energies and spirits around us. I don't know. This ain't it though.
Merry Christmas, filthy animals. And a Happy New